to revive our state. She got it done and provided moral clarity during our darkest hours. What's next? That's up to you.
For a strong America, for a proud America, I am running for President of the United States of America. I'm Nikki Haley, and I approve this message.
Chicken Parm just got an upgrade. The new Chicken Parmesan Meatball Sub from Firehouse Subs features savory chicken meatballs, shaved Parmesan, melted provolone, and toasted Italian seasoned breadcrumbs. Only at Firehouse Subs.
Brett, what are you doing? Laminating some stuff. First off, pretty sure that's a federal offense. And second, that's for our customers to laminate their Medicare cards when they come in for a commitment-free consultation. My bad. Are you64.com.
Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12 at 6 o'clock.
A tragic story unfolding tonight after a pregnant 17-year-old is found dead in Barnwell. Malaysia Hogg was 9 months pregnant, and she was reported missing 1 week ago today. She was set to be induced on the 13th, but her body was found yesterday on Perry Street.
Our Sydney Hood live for us in the newsroom. Sydney, what do we know about this case so far?
She had everything ready to welcome her new baby girl into the world. Malaysia's aunt says she was looking forward to becoming a mom, but instead of enjoying this time with her new baby, her family is planning funerals for the both of them. Her family and friends made this memorial for Malaysia and her baby. Down below is a ditch, and that's where they say her body was found. So, as you can imagine, this family is at a loss of words right now. This is supposed to be a special time in their family, welcoming a new baby into the family. Her aunt told me they already had a nickname for the baby. They were going to call her Tink. Her real name was going to be after Malaysia's mom, who died 3 years ago. Malaysia's aunt says she was a student at Barnwell High and planned to go back to school after she had the baby because she had plans to become a nurse. Her aunt had a really close relationship to her. She says she could not have asked for a better niece. Now, this case is being investigated by the Barnwell Police, the Barnwell County Coroner's Office, and SLED. Malaysia will be autopsied on Wednesday.
So this family is really dealing with the loss of 2 lives this week.
Horrible, and we hope that answers give them a little bit more closure in this case. Sydney, thanks.
Looking over at Beach Island, the sun is starting to set. We can see a nice sunset in store for us. A little bit of color out there. Temperatures are slowly but surely starting to drop off. We're sitting in those middle 50s now after seeing upper 50s throughout the majority of the afternoon. And that wind chill really not causing an issue. Those winds south-southeast at about 3 miles per hour. So these are slowly but surely going to cool off, but conditions are going to remain calm overnight tonight. Those winds will be calm. Cloud cover is going to be moving out, so we can expect to see temperatures drop off into those upper 20s for the overnight lows. So again, give yourself a couple extra minutes to head out the door tomorrow to warm up your car, because it is going to be a cold start to our Tuesday. But good news is we're going to be warming up to around seasonable for the middle of our week. It might even see the 70s by the end of our week, and we have a really nice weekend in store for us. And I'll have all of that broken down for you coming up soon.
Looking forward to it, Emily. Thank you. Tonight, the I-Team is uncovering new information about an incident at the Webster Detention Center that resulted in multiple deputies being arrested.
It happened almost 2 years ago, but warrants show the Richmond County Sheriff's Office only started looking into it after someone filed a civil rights complaint with the FBI. So far, we've confirmed 5 now former deputies are facing charges. A 6th is facing similar charges. And it's her body camera video that leaked to the I-Team last week. Tonight, Meredith Anderson has the warrants.
I do, and only because a source gave them to me. They are supposed to be public record, but so far, it appears the sheriff's office isn't handing them over to anyone, including the defense attorneys, raising even more questions about a sheriff's office investigating itself.
The new warrants begin with new info that someone filed a complaint about a civil rights violation at the jail. It doesn't say what that complaint is, but it references an incident on May 5th, 2022, which we now know was May 7th. But back to the warrants. They describe deputies responding to inmates flooding the jail. The only body cam specifically referenced is Johnny Atkinson's. The footage a source gave the I-Team came from Melissa Morello's camera. Warrants say the shift supervisor, Lieutenant John Chip Whitaker, is heard saying he wanted someone to go to the hospital, indicating he wanted some inmates hurt. Deputies ran upstairs where inmates were lying face down. Then the warrants say Deputy Austin Birch jumps on an inmate and punches him at least one time in the face area and slams him into the concrete floor. The inmate was not being combative or giving any type of resistance. Warrants describe inmates being moved downstairs and placed in the water while handcuffed. It says nothing, though, about how they were instructed to lay there. They then described this moment where deputies seemed to encourage Deputy Atkinson to fight. Deputy Jones is identified as the one unhandcuffing the inmate, but from this camera, it looks like it's Melissa Morello. Before the inmate even stands up, you can see Atkinson tackle him and put him in a chokehold. The I-team pointed out deputies seemed to encourage him. But the warrants identify Lieutenant Whitaker, the shift supervisor, as the one suggesting he take him out and choke him out. The warrants end with "this happened," quote, "for no reason." The warrants make no reference to this deputy seeming to kick or stomp an inmate. So far, he has not been arrested.
Now, again, these warrants have not been filed. A source gave them to me. The only thing that has been filed that I can find, a motion to get Atkinson and Birch out of jail. Their attorneys argued they were there for 72 hours without seeing a judge. Now, because of that document, I was able to get their names and reach out to those attorneys. They tell me the sheriff's office has not provided the warrants to them either. Again, these are defense attorneys. It's been more than a week since their clients, the deputies, were arrested, and both tell me this is very unusual. I'll keep you posted.
Please do, Meredith. Thank you. Presidential hopeful Nikki Haley is making a stop in North Augusta again this week. Haley will speak at the North Augusta Municipal Building this Wednesday at 1 p.m. ahead of this Saturday's Republican presidential primary. There was no early voting today in South Carolina because of President's Day, but the polls do reopen tomorrow morning. Early voting ends Friday, with the actual primary being Saturday. Here in Georgia, advanced voting began today in the Georgia presidential primary as well. That will continue through March 8th, with Election Day being March 12th. Details are on our website for you, wrdw.com.
Georgia Governor Brian Kemp appointing a Columbia County judge to the Georgia Court of Appeals. Judge Wade Padgett has served as Superior Court judge in both Augusta's Judicial Circuit and the newly created Columbia Circuit. Judge Grady Blanchard will take over Padgett's role in the Columbia County Judicial Circuit. The search for a permanent city administrator in Augusta closing in on 2 years now. It is one of the most important jobs when it comes to running Augusta's government, but multiple votes to decide on a candidate have failed.
Craig Allison spoke with the Coalition for Action in downtown Augusta today. It's a volunteer group frustrated by this government dead end.
A group of private citizens called a public meeting today to talk about the frustrations surrounding the search for a permanent administrator, and the tensions ran high.
To be called a liar is not something I will accept.
That's fine. You don't have to accept it because the facts are the facts. And when you begin to defame someone's character, even though you use freedom of speech, you're wrong, sir.
Christopher Douse, interim administrator Takia Douse's husband, fired back at shots about his wife, saying they do live in Augusta, refuting online claims they live in Beach Island. We confirmed a legal permanent address for Douse in Augusta. People also voiced the need for a change in the rules. Favoring a vote for the mayor, voters get the chance to decide on that in May. They also want to find a way to prevent commissioners from abstaining, which is what has created this gridlock in the first place.
No progress is made is intolerable, and these people need to be voted out this year.
In Augusta, Craig Allison, on your side.
While it's not clear when the commission will make another attempt to vote on a permanent city administrator, the vote is still between the interim Takia Douse and longtime employee of Augusta, Tamika Allen.
Happening now in Aiken, city leaders are outlining their plans for tax money if voters decide to renew that capital project sales tax in November. This could include some major improvements to Citizens Park, like adding turf to some fields, adding wireless scoreboards, renovating the trails there, and adding a new playground for a grand total around $9 million. And that's just a small part of the money the sales tax could generate. We're going to take a closer look at the tax tonight at 11 o'clock.
We did not forget your watch and win word of the day. Today's word is peach. So you can insert that keyword on the News 1226 app for a chance to win a $70 gas card and to be entered to win the grand prize, a 70-inch TV. Once again, that keyword is peach. It's our way to celebrate our 70th anniversary on air with you. Well, spring conditions will continue for the rest of our work week. We could see some showers, though, early Friday morning. I'll have a check on your forecast coming up.
And Associates.
Unfortunately, accidents will happen, and that's why we're here to help you anytime, anywhere you need us.
Now, your first alert weather with meteorologist Emily Acton.
Well, we've had a beautiful start to our week after a little bit of a dreary weekend for us. But check out sunset right now, looking at Beach Island, and we're just a couple minutes away from the official sunset time. But things are looking really nice out there for our evening temperatures. Right around 55 degrees for most of us, so things are relatively warm. We're slowly but surely, though, cooling off, and after sunset, we'll really start to see temperatures drop off pretty quickly. But again, the rest of the CSRA sitting in those middle 50s for our more northern counties. Some spots reading a little bit cooler in the central part of the CSRA, but overall, conditions are very comfortable out there, and we are dry, expecting to stay dry throughout the rest of our night tonight and throughout really the majority of our work week. So not anticipating any rainfall until late Thursday, but looking at what we can see overnight, we'll see temperatures drop off into those upper 20s. So a cold start to our Tuesday. I know the map behind me is not necessarily reflecting that, but upper 20s are expected as you head out the door tomorrow. Plenty of sunshine throughout the morning hours, but once we get into the afternoon, that's when cloud cover comes into play, unfortunately, for us. But good news is Wednesday looking mostly sunny throughout the day. We can expect to see highs in those middle 60s, a little bit more seasonable for our Wednesday afternoon, and things are going to stay clear for our Thursday as well. A little bit cloud cover coming into play for the later afternoon and early evening Thursday, but overall things are looking really good for our work week. Now, taking a look at what we can see after the next 7 days, so really 6 to 10 days out, warmer conditions are trending for us. We can expect to see temperatures well above average for next week for us. So again, not this next 7 days, but after that, 6 to 10 days out, that's when we can expect to see this warming trend start to come to fruition, but not before we get through these cold nights we have in store over the next couple of days. Tonight will be well below average, which is normally in those upper 30s this time of year. We'll be in the upper 20s overnight tonight, so give yourself a couple extra minutes to warm up the car in the morning. But again, warmer air is on the way. Once we get into this weekend, things are looking great. Mostly sunny sky conditions, highs in those middle 60s. Again, we could see a small chance of rain. I want to back up here early Friday morning, but I think by the time most of us are getting out and about for the day, things are going to be a lot better for us. But check out next Monday, sitting in those lower 70s, and that trend's going to continue for next week.
Looks good, Emily. Thank you. A missing persons case turning into a death investigation now. In early January, this man, 31-year-old Damon Parrish, was reported missing. A lot of people know his name because of the salon he ran here in Augusta.
But on Saturday night, a property owner found Damon's body in this wooded area of Aiken County on Silver Bluff Road near Atomic Road. As the investigation into what happened continues, friends and family are devastated.
Any hope that he was alive is gone now. Hallie Turner is on that story for us.
This was one of Damon's favorite songs. And those who knew Damon Parrish say he embodied it, always giving his best.
He truly has made an impact on everybody, not just his family, his friends, people that know him in general. You know, he was known as a hairstylist. Everybody loved getting their hair done by Pope. He was known for his food.
When he wasn't in the kitchen or behind the shampoo bowl, he was right here with his family.
Just cutting up. I know we got the same personality, and we always jiving. So we don't even have to say a joke to even start laughing. Once he walk in, you just gonna start laughing because I already know what he coming with.
Damon went missing on January 8th, right here off Mill Street. Deputies found his body more than a month later on Saturday across state lines in Aiken County off Silver Bluff Road. Family and friends say they're left picking up the pieces.
I want to first say that he loved God. but everything ends. We pray together, cry together, most importantly, laugh together a lot. I just feel like my heart been snatched out of my chest.
While trying to face each day the way Damon would.
Don't get me wrong, but he wouldn't want us to be that way because that's not his personality. You know, he would want us to be laughing. He would want us to continue to party. He would want us to, continue to just enjoy each other.
In Augusta, Hallie Turner on your side.
And 21-year-old Caleb White is wanted for questioning in that case.
The Josie girls basketball team will be on their home floor when the playoffs tip off tomorrow. Next in sports, we'll hear from the Lady Eagles as they continue to live up to their winning standard.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group. Let's drive Ruben Chevy.
RideBaby.com. Click, click.
You know, you can't go far in downtown Augusta without seeing this face. Happy, the robot. Will Vogt caught up with the man behind the art.
Leonard Porkchop Zimmerman never thought it would get this big.
When I started getting emails with photos of happy stickers in other countries, that's when I thought something was happening.
In 2012, with an election on everyone's mind, Zimmerman thought people needed a reminder of happiness. That's when he put up posters of a robot he drew.
A robot can be anyone, so when I draw robots, they don't have a gender, they don't have a race, they don't have a religion, they don't have a national origin, they just are.
When the posters kept disappearing, Zimmerman knew he had something. He started giving out stickers and buttons for free.
People were wearing the buttons and knew the stickers, but they didn't know anything about why it was.
A director heard Zimmerman give a TED Talk, and he was moved by it. He captured the story of Happy for a documentary in 2016. And now, Augusta University is getting ready to screen a re-release.
Happy started as a way to get people to smile at each other and to interact a little more positively with each other.
The last dozen years, Zimmerman has helped spread a lot of happiness. You can see how much just by looking around downtown. In Augusta, Will Vogt on your side.
Something we can all get behind there. That screening, by the way, happens Friday night, 7 o'clock, Maxwell Theater on the AU campus. Admission is free, and Leonard says he'll send you some happy stickers for free.
You can't beat that.
Right?
You really can't. And we have information on how you can reach out to get those on our website. But just a great story.
Simple idea.
Makes you feel happy.
That's right.
Yeah.
On your sideline.
The Josie girls basketball team is no stranger to success on the court. In fact, this is their 7th season in a row with at least 20 wins. Despite graduating 10 seniors over the past 2 seasons, the Lady Eagles are still setting a standard of excellence. Here's News 12's Alyssa Lyons.
Michelle Chapman knows a good product is based on results.
We kind of didn't know what to expect when the season started. It was kind of like, newfound territory. We know they had been in the system for a while.
A well-working machine that just needed some oil.
These were girls that we had to rely on this year that didn't get a lot of playing time the last 2 years.
That roster went undefeated in the region. 15 straight wins and only 3 hiccups. Their last coming against Region Phil Butler.
It brings us back down to earth because, sometimes teenagers will kind of start feeling themselves a little bit, get a little complacent.
Chapman and assistant coach Jamal Bailey have the Eagles formula down to a science.
Reasonable measures, and let each girl know what we're looking for, develop a good relationship with the girls that are coming in so we can help them reach their goals and what they're looking for out of a program, where they're looking to take their life.
Because you never know who's watching.
We always think that nobody pays you much attention in life, but people start to notice, especially when you put good products on the floor.
In Augusta, Alyssa Lyons on your side.
The Josie Lady Eagles will be tipping off the first round of the state playoffs on their home floor against Worth County tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. While the majority of our South Carolina teams will be resuming their playoffs tomorrow, we do have a couple of teams in action tonight. The Class 2A Region 3 champion Fox Creek Predators have a tough test on the road against Gray Collegiate. The Preds are coming off an impressive win at home in the second round against Landrum. In that game, All-State forward, Connor Cannon broke the Fox Creek all-time scoring record to become their program's all-time leading scorer, passing current Strom Thurmond head coach Owen Jacobs, who previously held that record. And speaking of Strom Thurmond, the Rebels will be in Columbia tonight as well, and they'll be playing their State Elite 8 game against the Keenan Raiders. The Rebels earned a nice 14-point win at Greer Middle on Friday, bringing them within one game from advancing to the Class 2A State Final Four. Hypothetically speaking, if both Fox Creek and Strom Thurmond win tonight, they would play each other in the Upper State Championship game on Saturday. The 88th Masters is right around the corner, and today Augusta National announced another change to the course. The tee box for hole number 2 is being moved back 10 yards and to the left. This could help players have a little bit more to think about on the tee with a deep fairway bunker lurking. That's it for sports. We'll be right back after this quick break.
All right, what do we got? Looks like 64 yards to the pin. About 64 mile per hour winds.
Dude, there's no wind.
Hand me my 64-degree wedge.
What's it with you and 64?
Are you 64?
.com!
When your enemy
Welcome us to Augusta as we continue delivering top-notch solutions with exceptional customer service.
Hey, Brett, I think we need a jingle.
What'd you have in mind?
I don't know yet.
Well, if you're taking something, come knock on my door.
Come and knock on my door.
If you're 64.
Temperatures overnight tonight are slowly but surely starting to drop off. We can expect to see lows tomorrow in those upper 20s in some spots, lower 30s in others. So definitely a cold start to your Tuesday. And again, that trend's going to continue for the next couple of mornings. But good news is by the afternoon, things are going to be warming up for us. We can expect to see highs in those 60s as early as tomorrow. And then once we get into Wednesday, we'll be a little bit closer to seasonable highs, which is in those middle 60s. By Thursday and Friday, we'll be close to that 70-degree mark. Some rain chances do come into play, though. Early Friday morning could see an isolated shower or two, but should be out of our way before we see, or before most of us are out and about for our afternoon hours. And then by Saturday and Sunday, things are looking very seasonable. Sunny sky conditions, highs in those middle 60s. And then by Monday next week, we could be cruising in the 70s for a little while. We're definitely seeing a warming trend coming or starting early next week.
And coming up at the top of the hour, we are on the scene of a crash on Edgefield Road, a car into a building there. Hopefully have live pictures for you over on 26 News.
And then we're back with more tonight at 11. We'll see you then. At the CBS Evening News, we focus on solutions, finding solutions to help people understand what are the right choices to make for you and your family.